Summer here again. Your soffit and fascia, it's a mess. Let us educate you so we can make your home look elegant and the best.
This is the Elegant Homes Podcast with your home improvement expert, Don Riley. Don gives you weekly tips on the biggest investment you'll ever make, your home. Plus, Don talks to industry's leading professionals to make your home elegant. The Elegant Homes Podcast with Don Riley is powered by Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky.
Welcome to Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. Well, I see the trees are blooming and spring is here. We are just knocking on spring's door, and you notice you drive down the expressway, you see all these beautiful flowers, and people are at the Home Depots and they're getting their flowers out and potting different flowers for outside their home, and people are buying, chairs and lawn furniture. And it's just exciting because we're getting into that season. I'm sure you're excited to get your home looking good for the summer and making that home elegant. And one of the things that we don't look at on our homes is our fascia boards. And you notice you get those fascia boards, and that's the wood trim that goes all the way around your house that your gutters actually hang on. And, sometimes they get cracks or crevices, and you'll notice they'll have some gaps in them. So you'll actually, one of the things I recommend for that is if you have a painter come out, and we give free estimates on this all the time, and we'll come out and actually caulk and seal all those butt joints up on your fascia boards and your soffits. Soffit is underneath, your fascia board is your fascia board. Like I said, your gutter, your 5 or 6 inch gutter hangs on there. And we'll actually pull the gutter off, we'll seal everything up, and then we'll put 2 coats of Sherwin-Williams Duration paint on there. Really nice paint, and it'll last up to about 40 years. That Duration's a really, really good paint. So you could actually, paint those trim boards, and it will last for a long, long time. And of course, we'll put your new gutters back on, or your old gutters back on. And a lot of times if you're walking around the house, just look up and look at those fascia boards or that soffit. Now, one of the things that we do too is we wrap the wood soffits in vinyl soffit. So we can actually take a piece of vinyl, which is perforated. It gives it some airflow, and you definitely want to have those soffits breathing. They have to breathe. So you'll have a vent every 6 to 7 feet. And the actual soffit that we use now is a hidden vented soffit. So it's got hidden vents in it. So when you look up at it and you notice the soffit actually looks like a solid piece of soffit, but really within every 6 to 7 feet of that soffit, you have some hidden vents, which you can't see. They're hidden inside. That's why we call it a hidden soffit system. So nice thing is we can wrap all those soffits in vinyl, and then that fascia board, if you don't want to paint it, we can actually put a 6-foot break on the ground, and we can take coil metal, which comes in 60-foot rolls, and we actually bend and break that metal, and then we wrap all that wood in a coil stock, and it looks really nice and finished. And as you'll see in some of these photos, you can make your soffits and your fascias look amazing. And then you can put those new gutters on there. If you get the 5 or 6 inch gutters that are seamless, and we actually use hidden hangers. We don't use spikes and ferrules. We believe here at Elegant Home Podcast, when you drive a nail through that gutter, you've destroyed the gutter. So we actually put a finished gutter up there with a hidden hanger, and they're so strong you can actually hang on these gutters. I mean, once you put them up, they're nice and strong. So, those 60, 70 mile an hour gust of wind that come through your home will make sure that those gutters don't ever come off, and your downspouts have nice big straps on them. We use those 2.5 inch straps all the way down the downspout. So keep your house nice and safe when these storms come along. We've been getting a lot of storms lately. We've been doing a ton of roof inspections. So, button that house up for the summer and make sure you make your home elegant for the summer. And that way you can spend more time with the family. You can be out on the back patio having a nice cocktail and enjoying your family, and of course firing up that grill. We all love a tasty steak in the summer. So anyway, I'm Don Riley. This is Elegant Home Podcast, and we'll be right back. We're honored to have our grand sponsor, Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky. They have been so supportive of the Elegant Home Podcast, and we're honored. I was just out there last week, and we just bought a new 2022 Chevy truck from them. I'm telling you, this thing is beautiful, and we bought it from one of our other salespeople, and I tell you, they are so awesome. This is the second truck we bought from them, and she absolutely loves it. So I'm telling you, stop out and see the gang there. They're always courteous, and they're always honest, and they'll give you a great deal. And make sure you tell them Don Riley from the Elegant Home Podcast sent you and your family.
The Marshall Auto Group has grown into one of the largest dealer groups in the state of Kentucky, and we're right in your backyard. With locations in Dry Ridge, Crittenden, and Florence, we're convenient and easy to get to. Plus, we have hundreds of new and used vehicles priced to make it worth your drive. We're a family-run business, making us easy to deal with. Come see us. Marshall Dry Ridge Toyota, Marshall Chrysler Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Marshall Motors of Florence, and Marshall Power Sports. The Marshall Auto Group, easy to get to, easy to deal with.
Welcome back to Elegant Homes Podcast. I'm Don Riley, your host, and we took a short break there. You know, we were talking about soffits and fascia and gutters. One of the things people don't think about either is all the wood trim around all these windows. You got more windows in your home than you probably do. Any opening in the home is multiplied by window after window or door after door. So the nice thing about that wood around there, make sure it's nice and sealed up for the summer. So get yourself some caulk, some 50-year silicone, and we also make a GeoSeal, which is a nice caulk, and we use as professionals. That's what we use when we come in to seal these around these windows and doors. And you know, you can seal everything up nice and tight, and then of course it's a pre-paintable caulk, so you can paint everything. But you know, just like we talked about the soffit and fascia, if you do not want to paint that, you'd rather wrap it in a coil stock like I talked about earlier with the metal. So we can actually do the same thing for all that trim around your windows. We can take that metal and just bend it and go all the way around the windows and make them look nice and fresh and crisp and clean. And you don't ever have to worry about maintenance on those windows again. The metal actually protects the window, and the wood, it keeps it protected behind there so it doesn't rot. And you'll see in some of these photos, these are some nice coil stock windows that we did, and I'm telling you, they look amazing. They really do. So make sure this summer you're out there. Everything's buttoned up on the house. I'm sure you want to spend time with the family. You want to be on the golf course. If you're like me, you love to play golf. So you don't want to be out there scraping and painting windows and soffits and fascia. We want to make sure you got plenty of time to spend with your family. So here at Elegant Home Podcast, we want to make sure we educate you on what you can do for those soffits, fascia, and also that window trim around there. Now, there's also a product out there called Hardy Board. You can do Hardy Board. Sometimes we'll take the wood around the windows off and put Hardy Board on there. Now, the only thing with Hardy Board is you do have to paint it. So it's a concrete board that actually can do all your trim on your home. And it's another option. If you don't like metal, we can do the Hardy Board, but you do have to paint it probably every 5 to 8 years. Even if you use a top-end high-duration paint, you'll still have to paint it because it is a concrete board. It's unlike wood, so it's not soaking in. So it is going to, fade over time as UV rays from the sun hits it. So anyway, that is another option, is a viable option for you and your family to use Hardy Board. So if you're out there and you're looking and you're searching, look up Hardy Board. Check it out. Do some investigation. Hardy Board, I've been using it for years. We've been installing it for years. It's a great solution for maintenance free around those windows, doors. And we just did a clubhouse in it around this clubhouse pool center over in Cincinnati, and all their windows were rotting out on the bottom. We took Hardy Board and wrapped all of them and, of course, painted it, and it looked amazing. It turned out super, super nice. So if you and your family want to enjoy this summer, we're going to help you by making sure that home looks elegant year-round. So I'm Don Riley. You're listening to Elegant Home Podcast, and we're looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a great evening.